Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be taking a look at the latest direct drive racing wheel. This is a Cammus C5, which is different from other conventional direct drive wheelbases as you don't have a wheelbase, and this is because the motor's integrated into the back of the steering wheel. Details are in description below, including purchasing links. So I'll be showing you how to set it up, look at the design and how it feels when racing on my sim cockpit. We'll see how well it performs, plus I'll give you my overall first impressions, highlighting any pros and cons to give you a better idea if it's worth getting or not. Cammus are also doing a giveaway for the C5, so check the link in the description for full details on that. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. But before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. You get 2 boxes as part of the package. In the smaller box, you get a bag containing a screwdriver, screws and an Allen key, another bag containing some fixtures, 2 table clamps, some foam padding and the top and bottom of the stand. In the larger box, you get a user manual, a box with some accessories, which includes a bag with screws and an Allen key. There's a fan, a USB-A to USB-B cable, a UK power plug with a kettle adapter, a power adapter, 2 mounting arms, and finally the C5 wheel. Taking a closer look at the C5 wheel, it has no wheelbase as the direct drive motors integrated into the wheel, making it completely different to all the other direct drive wheelbases in the market. And it's this reason why they've managed to keep the price so low at just under $250. It has a shallow D-shaped design with a diameter of 280 millimeters, and it measures just 67 millimeters from the front to back. The wheel rim is all black with a smooth, soft hand-stitched Forks leverette material all the way round with a yellow center strip. The faceplate is made from carbon fiber. It has a small rev indicator on the top which goes from green, orange and red to indicate when you should upshift. You have an LED display showing your speed, which is taken from the in-game telemetry. Then we have the Cammus branding underneath, and on the face you have 12 programmable push buttons. And out of this, 8 buttons are configured in a D-pad style layout, and they're all made from aluminium, and there's 3 rotary encoders which have a nice tactile sound to them. On the back you have 2 small paddle shifters which have a nice tactile sound to it. And your ports consist of a small socket for the fan, a USB port, a power button to turn it on and off, a DC input, and 2 USB ports to connect your PC and pedals. To use the wheel, you need to set up the mount, which allows you to attach the wheel to a desk or a sim cockpit. It's pretty easy to do. Get the 2 clamps and screw in the adjuster. Then place the metal disc on top and screw it into position. Stick the foam padding on the top, and you do the same with the other clamp too. Now take the bottom part of the stand and attach the 2 clamps with the screws provided. Then take the 2 long strips of foam padding and stick to the bottom of the clamps. This will help protect your desk or rig when clamping the wheel. Next, taking the top of the stand and the fan, place the fan in position on the plate and attach it using the screws provided. It can then be attached to the bottom plate with 4 screws, and this is what it should look like with the fan cable sticking out. Moving on to the back of the wheel, and we can attach the 2 mounting arms with Cammus written on facing outwards. Then slot the wheel into the mount and screw into position. You can then plug the fan connector to the wheel, and that's it, as simple as that to get set up. The wheel is only supported on a PC, but not on a console. And to use it, you have to install Cammus software, which is available from their website. The software allows you to update the firmware on the wheel and tweak settings. There's also a mobile app on both Android and Apple, so you can adjust settings on the go, making it really convenient. But the software is still being developed in terms of in-game force feedback, but tuning in-game still works well with this. And the software is also used to launch your games with. The mount on the wheel can be used for attaching to a desk or a sim cockpit. You just place it in position and tighten the clamps underneath. The mount gives a 45-degree angle, but you can adjust this to be either straight or angling downwards by adjusting the screws on the side. And with this, as there's no wheelbase on the back, you can get your monitor really close, increasing your immersion, but obviously this depends on your rig or how you've got your setup. Now I've set up the Cammus C5, which is connected to my PC via the USB, and I'll be using it with the Logitech G29 pedals, which is connected to my PC using the Logitech G racing adapter, and that allows me to connect the Logitech driving force shifter too if I wanted to. My rig is from Track Racer and it's the TR120, and my monitor is the LG C1 OLED. And my PC is a custom build from CyberPower, which has an insane spec with an Intel i9 processor, an RTX 4090 graphics card, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, 2TB M.2 SSD, and it has CyberPower's Hyperliquid dual loop custom cooling system, So let's jump into a race on Assetto Corsa and test this out. I've got the force feedback set to maximum, so in this instance it's providing 5 Newton meters of torque, and seriously, I'm impressed. Even without a wheelbase, the level of feedback is really impressive, especially when compared to a gear or belt driven system. I can feel the force feedback from the wheel, which feels quite strong, and detail wise from the track, any bumps and curbs translate well. The level of detail isn't as refined as some high-end wheels, but nevertheless in comparison to a Logitech G29, it's a massive upgrade. And one of the things that surprised me was the vibrations that it gave off, which felt a little bit like the True Force on the Logitech G Pro wheel, where you'd feel the feedback coming through your rig. And to give you an example, have a listen to this. The wheel feels comfortable and the buttons are all in easy reach. The paddle shifters on the back are quite good. Even though they're small, they work well when shifting up and down. But if you had short fingers, you may find it's a bit of a stretch. But nevertheless, they work pretty well. The 5 Newton meters of torque feels good and strong, and even with the fan attached, it's not too bad in terms of noise levels. So really impressed. So in summary, I'm pretty impressed with the Cammus C5 direct drive wheel. For its compact size, performance is pretty impressive at 5 Newton meters of torque, which is more than adequate for a good sim racing experience for the majority of people out there, providing an adequate level of feedback and detail when driving, which is far more superior than a gears and cogs driven system like a Logitech G29 or a belt driven system like the older Thrustmaster wheels. There's a built-in rev and speed indicator that works well with in-game telemetry. You've got customization via the PC and mobile app, and I'd say this is a perfect upgrade if you're on a limited budget and already own a Logitech G29, so you can reuse the pedals and driving force shifter if you had one of these Logitech G racing adapters. Negatives wise, there's no console support, which is a bit of a shame, and it's limited in customization as it's an all-in-one solution where there's no other accessories or mods available for it. The shifters are very small, and if you had short fingers, you may not be able to comfortably reach them at the back. But other than that, a very impressive bit of kit here from Cammus. So there you have it. You've come to the end of another video, and let me know in the comments what you think of this racing wheel. Details are in the description below for all the products I've shown in today's video, including purchasing links. And if you're still here, drop a C5 in the comments, as it's nice to see who's made it to the end of my video. And if you've enjoyed today's video, check out my full review of the Mozza R5 next. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and Twitter. And if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.